Welcome friend in the next lecture of calculus. First, in the previous lecture we discussed subsequence and some example of a subsequence, and also we proved some theorems. In the today's lecture we have to discuss the divergence criteria, and we have to take some examples or of divergence of a sequence. Then we prove one more theorem, that is the monotone subsequence theorem, and then we have to prove the Bolzano-Weierstrass theorem. Okay, so we will start our next topic, that is the divergence criteria for the sequences. So we have to prove divergence criteria for sequences. That is, when sequence is not convergent, then it is a divergent. So what we can write divergence criteria? Let x is equal to xn be a sequence of a real number then the sequence x is equal to xn is divergent if one of the following property is not whole. That is, if one of the one of the property is not holds, then we say that the sequence is a divergent. So what are the two properties we have? If x is equal to xn has convergent subsequences, x dash is equal to xnk and x dash is equal to xmk converges to different limit. That means if xn has a two convergent subsequence and these two subsequences are converges to the different limit, or they are not converges to the same limit, then we say that this given sequence is divergent. Okay, or what we can say that x is equal to xn is unbounded. If it is unbounded, then we say that the sequence is not a convergent, that is divergent. So this is the divergence criteria. What is divergence criteria? The sequence is divergent if we get a two subsequences, those are converges to the different limit. Okay, they are not converges to the same limit. Or this sequence is unbounded, then also we can say that this sequence is a divergent subsequence. So we take some example. First example, show that the sequence x is equal to minus 1 raised to n, all n belongs to the natural number, is divergent. So how we prove this? We have x is equal to minus 1 raised to n, all n belongs to the natural number, and this is nothing but our what? It is n is equal to 1, this should be minus 1. N is equal to 2, minus 1 raised to 2, it is 1. That minus 1, 1, minus 1, and so on. That means what? X is equal to minus 1 and it is equal to plus 1. When it is minus 1, if n, what we can say that if n is odd natural number. If n is odd natural number, then we say that it is equal to -1, and it is equal to what? 1 if n is even natural number. If n is even natural number, then we consider, then let x dash, we take x dash is equal to our first sequence, that is -1 raised to 2n, and x double dash is equal to -1 raised to 2n minus 1, that is odd, even and odd. Then what we can say, that x dash is converges to this is converges to what? This should be converges to 1, and x double dash converges to, it is converges to what? This is converges to -1. Hence both the subsequence does not converges to same limit, that is they are converges to different limit. Hence given sequence x is equal to -1 raised to n is divergent. It is divergent. Okay, so what we can prove here, we have what we are taking here, x is equal to h dash, this is nothing but 1 1 1, and this is our sequence, and it is our what? It should be -1 -1 -1, and like this. That is, it is a constant sequence 1 and it is a constant sequence -1. This constant sequence converges to 1 and this constant sequence converges to the -1. Therefore both the sequence converges to the different limit, and hence we say that the given sequence is not a convergent. Similarly, you can prove so many oscillatory, this type of sequences are called as oscillatory sequences. Oscillations are there. Okay, similarly you can take 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 oscillatory sequence, you get a 0 sequence subsequence and a 1 sequence constant sequence 1. These are subsequence, both are converges to different limit, therefore this oscillatory sequence is also converges to the different limits, and therefore we say that this oscillatory sequences are always divergent sequences. Okay. So now we prove a second, that is the sequence x is equal to xn is equal to 1 1 by 2 3 1 by 4 and so on is divergent sequence. So what we have given that x is equal to xn, it is equal to 1 1 by 2 3 1 by 4 and dot. Okay, so what we have to prove now, therefore this sequence we can write it is in the form of, that is 1 3, it is 1 3, and then we can write here is 1 2 3 4 5, 2 reciprocal 3, 4 reciprocal 5, 6 reciprocal, that is here is a even terms have a reciprocals of even numbers and odd terms are as it is, that is it is equal to what? It is equal to n if n is odd, and it is equal to 1 upon 2n if n is even. Okay, so what we can take x dash is equal to what? The subsequence n is a sequence, it is a subsequence of x which is bounded or unbounded, which is unbounded. Hence what we can say, that x is unbounded. Hence x is unbounded, therefore by the divergence criteria, divergence criteria we get x is equal to xn is divergent. Okay, because this x is unbounded, x has an unbounded subsequence, that means x is unbounded, and therefore we can say that this, by the divergence criteria, the sequence x is unbounded, hence it is not a convergence to the limit, that is, it is divergent subsequence, or that is divergent sequence. Okay, so in the similar way you can prove so many problems, or you can prove the sequences they are a divergent sequences. Okay, try for some more examples, or we will solve some examples in the practical session. Now we prove some theorems on divergence, or on this topic. Now we prove some theorems. So our first theorem is monotone subsequence theorem. Before this we discussed the monotone convergent theorem. Monotone convergent means the sequence is monotone and it is bounded, then we say that the sequence is convergent. Already we discussed this. Now it is monotone subsequence theorem. What is monotone subsequence theorem? If x is equal to xn is a subsequence of a real numbers, then a subsequence of x that, then there is a subsequence of x that is monotone. That means what? If x is equal to xn is a sequence of real numbers, if there is any sequence of real number, then it has a subsequence which is monotone. The sequence is monotone. It has a subsequence. There must we got a one sequence which is a monotone subsequence. And then what is next theorem? The Bolzano-Weierstrass theorem. Bolzano-Weierstrass theorem, it can be asked for state and prove. That is, a bounded sequence of real number has a convergent subsequence. Bounded sequence of a real number, if there is a sequence of real number which is bounded, then it has a convergent subsequence, then it must has a convergent subsequence. That is, a bounded sequence of a real number has a convergent subsequence. So we prove this. So what we have given, suppose let x is equal to xn be a sequence of real numbers and x is bounded. Therefore, by the monotone subsequence theorem, what we are getting by the monotone subsequence theorem? X is equal to xn has, that is, it has a subsequence that is monotone. Has subsequence. It has a subsequence x dash is equal to xnk is monotone. That is what we are getting now. We have a xnk is monotone and we have given x is bounded. This implies that x dash is equal to xnk is bounded. It is bounded because x is bounded, therefore xnk is also bounded, and this sequence is also monotone. Bounded and monotone, therefore by the monotone convergence theorem, by the monotone convergence theorem. What is monotone convergence theorem? By the monotone convergence theorem, we can say that if the sequence is bounded and monotone, then it is a convergent. convergent. Therefore, what we can say, the subsequence x dash is equal to x and k is bounded. Is convergent. That therefore x is equal to x and k has or x dash is equal to x and k is a subsequence of ax is equal to xn, which is convergent, or we can write that is x is equal to xn has a convergent subsequence. So very simple proof this is again. In the similar way we can prove some theorem, or we can solve some examples of a divergent sequence. So what we see, today we see divergence criteria, and we prove a Bolzano-Weierstrass theorem and monotone subsequence theorem also. So all the topic, that is the chapter 2 sequence is completed. So we will stop. Thank you very much.